So last sessions we have covered all the theoretical portion. Okay, what is success factor? What are the types of modules in success factor? And other concepts. Okay, then we start on our data models. Okay, what is data models? Why we use data models? Okay, so data models we use for all the organization related means foundation data as well as person HR related data we have maintained for this data models. So under data models, we have seen many things. Okay. Now, from this session, we configure organization structure. Organization structure, for me show you simply. If we see the data model, here you see organization structure. Under corporate data model, if you see here organization structure. Let's suppose if you want to hire an employee, okay, you want to hire an employee. So where, like in which company you want to hire, in which department, in which location, in which business unit. Okay. So that you need first in your system. Okay. On top of that, you will hire an employee. So that is why we require to define organization structure. Understood? So why we need to define organization structure? Because in a particular department, in a particular division, particular location, particular company, we need to hire an employee. Otherwise, we not distinguish that employee, it is a full-time employee, it is a part-time employee, it is a trainee. Which type of this employee working in which department? So that we not classify, that we not distinguish. So that is why we require defined organization structure. So organization structure is what? So organization structure is a representing the hierarchy and reporting lines of an enterprise. Okay, of an enterprise, of a company is so organizational structure here is legal entity. Okay, legal entity have two business units. Okay, here multiple business units. If you see, there are maybe multiple business units. Business unit means line of businesses like real industry businesses, production businesses, communication businesses. So there are different types of business involved under a particular legal entity. Legal entity is your company. Okay, company like TCS, Coca-Cola, Amazon, Facebook, Flipkart. So these are the legal entity company. Okay, under that, here you see these two business units, okay, are associated with legal entity. These two business unit connected with legal entity. And same like under this business unit, you see three divisions. Three divisions are shown. Okay. So these divisions simply means that under this business unit, if you see here, okay, like let's suppose we consider this business unit is a real industry business. Okay. So under this real industry business unit, maybe this division is a we say that residential project. Okay, this division handle residential projects. This division handles government projects. This division handles commercial projects. Okay, so depends on your business. Same like let's suppose this is another business unit. Okay, so we consider this is communication business unit, production business unit. Okay, if we consider this is a production business unit, then this is the division. Let's go. This division is work for raw material. This division is work for spare parts. This division is work for finished product. Okay. So that is a division. Under this division have different departments. Every division had different departments. Okay. Simply means that this division have HR department, marketing department, finance department, procurement department. Okay, these divisions have different several departments, and these all the departments associate with division. All the division associate with business unit. all the business unit associate with legal entity. Simply means these business unit connect with legal entity. Same like here you see this company. Okay, this company is operate in a particular location. So that is location we have to define. Okay, here you see an example. Here you see Reliance Industry. Okay, so Reliance Industry have two business units. Okay, Reliance Industry have two business unit. One is communication business unit. Okay, second is petroleum business. Under communication, if you see here, there is 2G, 3G, okay, Geo, 5G. So this way. So there are communications. So there are communication, and here you see under that there are different departments like sales department, marketing department, branding department, and these all okay. These all the departments here you see these all connect with different divisions. Okay, these division are connect or associate with communication, that is business unit. These communication these business units are connect with our legal entity that we call company. So simply we say that organization structure, organization structure, organization structure, organization structure is an is a representing the hierarchy and reporting lines of an enterprise. Okay. So here you see company have legal entity and different reporting lines. Okay. These all the division report to this business unit. These all the divisions report to this business unit. These are the departments report to this divisions. So that is organization structure is a representing hierarchy. If you see here, this is a hierarchy. Okay. Under company, different business unit, under business unit, different divisions, under divisions, we have different departments. Okay. So that is the so organization structure is a representing the hierarchy and reporting lines of an enterprise. Okay. And it serves some more things. This serves the foundation for workforce management. Okay. So this is this organization structure. If you see, this is foundation for your workforce. All the employees management for it and utilizing objects, utilizing objects like legal entity. Legal entity simply means your company. Okay? Legal entity, business unit, okay? Business units, divisions, departments, departments, locations, and cost center. Cost center where all the expenses is okay. That is your cost center. So these are all are standard. Here we see. So if you see here organization structure, so these organization structure. Okay. So here, if you see here, So organization structure have two things. Okay, it is managed through corporate data model. Here you see managed through corporate data model and managed in admin tool through MDF, metadata frame. Okay, under metadata framework, these legal entity, business unit, division, department, cost center are configured. Okay, and here if you want to define any customized object, okay, these are all objects. So if you want to define any customized object, so you are using this MDF. Using this MDF, we will configure. Okay, simply you see that. Okay, foundation object, foundation objects, foundation objects, and MDF. MDF simply means data framework. Okay, data framework. Framework objects. Data framework objects means these are used to build a structure of this tool. Okay, foundation object with the help of foundation object and place metadata framework. With the help of this, we build the structure. The structure while some are traditional, okay, some are traditional foundation object, okay, and many are now see managed as metadata framework. Metadata framework from their outputs. For greater flexibility. So if you see here, so company, so both foundation object and metadata, okay. So there are different structure units, okay. There are different structures. There are different structure units, uh, like legal entity, and structures. Nodes, okay. Different structure units, or we called objects. What we call objects. So if you see here, so foundation objects, okay, foundation objects, legal entity, okay, same like business units, legal entity, simply means no business units, so different type of business units in the company, okay, so that we also call like business area, organizational unit. Okay. Different line of businesses. Line of businesses. My production. So like maybe communication, software industry. So these are the type of business units. And another are objects division. So different line of divisions. So like if we talk about like so different line of divisions, different type of divisions like let's suppose production. Let's suppose production business unit. Okay. So in this production business unit, we see so there are maybe different line of businesses, maybe a government, sorry, maybe a company have to use raw material, okay, raw material, get a business unit, maybe spare parts, company produces spare parts, maybe finished product. So this is the same like if we talk about like real industry, real industry, business unit. So there are like maybe company have a government project. They are doing government projects, maybe commercial project. So this is the way A to C. Okay. So the Mila development project, development project. These are the different divisions. Under the different divisions, maybe have different departments. So this is another objects. Okay. Different departments. So here different businesses are operates. Okay. So different departments, maybe like HR department, IT department, finance department, same like sales department, procurement department, procurement department. Similarly, we can see like branding department. Okay, branding department, quality material, quality check department, or software check department. That is quality department. So these are the different departments under particular division. But same like if you want to define cost center that is internal expenses, internal expenses. So all the internal cost will be calculated under this cost center that we define location, from where company operates its businesses, location, businesses. So these are the different structure units, or we call objects. Okay. So now this is clear what we are going to define.
Yes, sir.
Over this foundation objects, we will hire, we will promote, we will transfer and employ. Okay. That all the activities we will do for this. Okay. So this is the, we will say this is the foundation. This is the foundation. Top of this foundation, we will do all the employee related all the things. So that is our organization structure. Okay. Hierarchical structure. And here, after that, after defining, okay, so these are all the organizational structure. If you want to define any customers, let's suppose here you say, let's suppose division, okay, if there is a big company, okay, there is a big company, have multiple hierarchy, not like business unit, maybe business unit have multiple sub business unit, means, okay, but these are all customized, these are all standard. SAP have provide these all. Okay. Legal entity, business unit, these are all standards. These are all standards. But if your company is a big company, you have their multiple lines, okay, multiple divisions. If you see, there are multiple subsections, multiple subsections. Business unit also have sub business unit. Divisions also have subdivisions. Okay. So, like under 2G, there are multiple subdivisions. Okay. Under 3G, there are multiple subdivisions. But these are all standards. These are all standards. If you say legal entity, business unit, divisions, departments, and if you want to record like under particular divisions, if you require subdivision, because your company is a giant company and there are multiple hierarchy, there are multiple lines of hierarchy are existing. Okay. So that time, okay, you will create, or we say like customize custom objects that we called generic objects. Okay. Generic objects simply means that custom objects. Okay. Custom objects. Custom objects. Custom objects, and we create, we will create it with the help of metadata framework. Okay. Metadata metadata framework. Like we see, like you have a division. Okay. Let's suppose division. uh, Under the division, we see there are several subdivisions. Okay, there are several subdivisions like subdivision one, subdivision two, subdivision three, which depends on your company, which need of your company. According to your company, you will define the subdivisions. If it they not require subdivision, then you will not customize. Okay, we only use the standard one. Okay, directly you will use the only divisions. But if your company is a big company, okay, so that time that company will tell the, or your client will tell, we require some subdivisions. Same like if company have business unit, okay, business unit, and they want to like, let's suppose business unit one, and they want to like different sub business units, okay, because company is a big company, so that is why we need to. So maybe Company have different sub-units, sub-business unit. Sub-business units. So this is the way you have to. Okay. So it depends on your company. If your company have multiple sub-units, okay, multiple sub-units they require, so you will define. I will show you how to define customizable. Okay. But these are all standards. These are all standards like call center, location, department, division, business unit, legal. These are all standards. Okay. But customize, if it is a big company and your client will require, so that time you will make subdivisions. Okay. Subdivisions, sub business units, sub departments that you will define. So that is the okay. Understood? What is generic object or we call custom object? And these are all standard. These are all standard. Okay. So how will configure? How will configure? How will define your legal? So this is part of your. If you see here, legal entity, business unit, divisions, department, cost center. Okay. These all will define with the help of admin tool that is MDF, metadata framework. And for metadata framework, if you see here, for metadata framework, here you see metadata foundation objects as well as generic object. Generic means foundation object, that is your standard. Okay. Standard, or we simply say predefined, predefined by SAP. Okay. Predefined by SAP. Or we call it generic object, that means custom object. If we client customize, that is customized. Okay. Custom objects. That is the simple. So so here you see how to configure this. Here you see custom objects as well as these things. Here is for configuration and date. Okay. So for configuration, if you see, for configuration, we will use decode. Okay. Configure object definition. And if you want to data maintenance like insert, create, delete, modify, we will use manage data. Okay. This is the two thing. So this is the two thing we will define about. So for configuration, we will use transaction. Okay. We will use transaction that is configure object definition, and for data maintenance like insert data, create, delete and modify your objects. So for that you will use transaction that is we manage data. Okay. So these are the two for this, and for and here you see now if you want to define legacy foundation object, okay, legacy foundation objects. So legacy foundation object like location, pay range, pay grade, frequency, pay component. Here you see. Okay, these are all be defined under this corporate data model. Corporate data model. Okay, event regions, so that we all define. So for that we use transaction that is manage organization page of structure. Okay. So we how to configure, for configuration we will completely dependent on XML file. Okay. If we want to define, we want to add something new in location, so we need here legacy foundation object. We completely depend on XML file. Okay. On instance level, we will not have configured. Okay. So for data maintenance, yeah. So for data maintenance, legacy foundation object, we will use transaction code. Okay. These all we will define with this transaction. Okay. So now we first start. Let's suppose I want to define. Okay, I will show you. Go to SAP system. Okay, go to instance level. Okay, so log in into the success factor instance, and here you see enter your user ID and password and login. Automatically you will log in into the system, and here you see. Okay, this is the window, and here we. If you want to configure, so configure object definition. Here you see configure object definition. So this is the transaction. This is the transaction you will use. So this is the transaction you will use. Configure object definition. Okay. Configure object definition. This is the transaction you will run for configuration. Same like if you want to manage data, okay, data maintenance. So manage data. Here you see manage data. So this is the transaction. This is the transaction for manage data. Manage an organization job structure. So for that, if you see manage organization pay and job structure. Okay. So this is the transaction. This is the transaction we will learn and okay, so now we'll configure object definition. If I will show you, so this is our configure object definition. And here you see these are our object definition. Okay, these are our object definition. So here you see object definition. I select let's suppose legal entity standard. Okay, legal entity. Here you see this is legal entity. Under legal entity, you will see multiple fields. Here you see multiple fields. Okay, code, effective dating, API, visibility, status, MDA version history. Okay, default screen. So there are different. Okay, there are different fields. Here you see these are all the, and this is association link. That will tell later what is association. And these are all like what are the fields you use. So how many maximum length, what is their data type, okay, that is visible or not. Okay, so these are all the specific okay action you will perform through this. Okay, so I will show you like using manage data. We will use go with standard one. Okay, we will go with standard one. For data maintenance, we will go with directly manage data. Okay, manage data. Here you see. So this is the window that is manage data. And here you see create new. So this is the okay, this is the tab for your create. If you want to define something new, so go with this create. And here you see. This is the option. This is the option for your existing. So what you have defined that you find with this search. Okay, these are the fields for search. Existing objects. Simple. Okay, now create new. Here you see I have searched legal entities. So this is your legal entity. These are all customized. These are all customized. These are all customized. Okay, but this one is standard. This one is standard. Predefined by SAP. Okay, same like legal entity. If you see business unit, so this is your business unit. Same like division. Division here you see this is division standard, and these are all here you see these are all customized divisions. Okay, according to your some client wants subdivision, so that way you have to define. Same like department. So here you see this is department. Okay, here you see department. So these are all standard. These are all standard. Also, you can see cost center. Here you see this is cost center. This is cost center. Here cost center. Okay, so that you will define all this. Okay, job related. Here you see job classification, job function. So that we define. That we define. So that I will start with our first one. Okay. Let's suppose legal entity. Okay. Legal entity. So what is the name for that legal entity and what is the code? Okay. So let's suppose legal entity name Rahul Private Limited. Okay. Rahul Private Limited. Okay. So this is a long text. Okay. And let's suppose what is the code for that. So we use a code for Rahul Private RPL. Okay. RPL. Okay. So that is a Rahul Private Limited and code is RPL. Like same like TCS. TCS is a code. Okay. But their long text that is Tata Consultancy Services. It's the same. So Rahul Private Limited. Okay. This is the long text, short text that is RPL. Same way we have. Okay. Now go to this system. Here you see manage data. Okay. Manage data. So how will so in which we create new company. Okay. New legal entity. So for that, can create new search legal entity. Legal entity. So this is your legal entity. Here is okay. This is your legal entity. Select it. Automatically you will see fields are okay. Automatically you will see fields are okay. So company ID. So what is your company ID? So here you see Rahul Private Limited. Okay, Rahul Private Limited. So here you see first company ID. Company ID means simply short. Okay, so that I have entered RPL. Long test that is fully okay. Company name. Simply I have entered date. So company start. Let's suppose this is the thing. Okay, today's date. So already system selected today's date. Let's suppose this company is founded 10 years ago. Okay. So you will automatically, here you see, this is the option you will select. Okay. Because this is not any client, okay, who is coming for create this. So that time you not know when it is founded. Okay. Yeah. If it is 20 years ago founded, so you mention that date. Okay. So you mention that date. Here you see. So if you select, let's suppose this company is founded in uh, 1st February 2000. So that day, okay, you have to make it. Okay, effective start date when this company is started. Okay, so that date you have to make. Okay, means foundation. And this is active. Currently, this company is active. So this is status is active. Country. So this is legal entity country. So for in which country? So let's suppose India. Here you see India INT. Okay. Here you see India. Okay. INT. Select it. So this is the way you have to define. So first company ID that is unique representation. Okay. That is RPL. Company name. Okay. Company name. That is your full company name. Enter effective date. When your company have started. That date you have mentioned. Company is currently working. Yeah. Company is active. So that is why status I have. Here you see two options. Okay. Active and country. In which country it is founded. Okay. So that I have mentioned. So these all are the information. These all are the information under this legal entity. After that, here you see what information you have entered. After that, save it. Otherwise, this information will not save into this SAP SuccessFactors system. Okay, on the database of SuccessFactors. So that is why we need to save it. So when you click on save it, okay, when you click on save it, the description required field association. Okay, here you see. Okay, description required field association with object, link, and everything. description is a required field. Association object legal. But here no description. No description. Okay. We do one thing. Configure object. Okay. Configure object definition. We will check. We will check here. Object definition. Enter your legal entity. Okay. So description is missing here. So we will check. Someone may be hiding. Okay. So what we do, we have find, yeah, here you see this is description. This description, see, this description is hide or not. Yeah, visibility is not visible. Here you see visibility is not visible. Okay. So we make correct it. So this is the configuration. This is the configuration. Anything is missing, anything is configured. So that we do for this configure. Okay. Click on this detail and here you see visibility is editable. Okay. After this, here you see click on done. Click on done and go to down and save it. Go down and save it. So successfully saved. Here you can see successfully it is saved. So go to manage data. Here you see description is not coming. So refresh it. Yeah, reload it. Now here you see description is coming. Okay. Description coming. We enter the same RPL, company name, Rahul Private Limited. Rahul Private Limited. Let's suppose I enter some. Let's suppose company is founded 5 years ago. Okay. So January 1st, I write the description. So description, let's suppose I enter the same. This is the description. Reactive country. So this is for 21. Okay. This is the way you print. Okay. Someone is changed. Okay. This is India. Okay. Select it. After that, here you see click on save. Now we see it is same one. Here you see it is same. Okay. So last time someone is, so this description field is mandatory, but someone I did, so that is why system gives some error. Okay. But we resolve that error. We have resolved that error. And here you see all the information. What we have entered, it is same. It is same. Now we cut it and I will show you again in it is saved or not. If you see use transaction, manage data. If you see manage data, okay. So if you want to create, then go with this one, okay. If you want to see existing, so what you want? So we want to see legal entity, okay. Legal entity. Select it. So what is the name? That is Rahul Private Limited. Here you see Rahul Private Limited RPL. Okay. Rahul Private Limited RPL is shown. And here you see all the information we have entered. This is showing. Okay. And here you see if you want to change, something, okay. Let's suppose take action. Here you see take action. Here you see if you want to change something like company ID, company name, effective date, description. This is active currently. Company is currently active or not. Okay. If you want to change country, so make correction. Click on it. Automatically, you will. Now you can again make it under this company. Make corrections. Okay. Let's suppose you enter something wrong during first time you look during creation. So that now this take action, under this take action you will see make correction, and here through this make correction you will edit your legal entity. Understood? If you want to change the effective date, that is also possible. Okay, so this is the way you have to define your legal entity, or we say like company. Now it is clear or not? Question. How to define legal entity? So using transaction, okay, using transaction manage data, okay. So manage data, after enter manage data, you will enter all the information related to company and then save. Automatically you will see your company is created. And there is anything you want to configure, so you use transaction, that is configure object, correct? Now this is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's our next, that is business units. Okay. The
Next,
next
we will
one, that
cover
is,
business unit, right?
yeah, business unit. Business unit means different line of businesses. Maybe your company
Mm-hmm.
working different production, different
Yes, sir.
petroleum. Okay, so there are different line of businesses. If your company
Different
working,
different types of business
yeah,
units.
production, like if we select
Mhm.
Tata Motors, okay, if we select Tata Motors, so Tata Motors have different line of businesses. Tata
Yes, sir.
Motors, okay, Tata Group. If we select Tata Group, have different line of businesses. Tata Motors, Tata Steel, Tata Beverages, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and we the Tata E-commerce, Tata Health, like 1mg. So there are different line of businesses. Okay. So the same accordingly we will define. Same way we will define. Okay. And under that
Okay, sir.
different divisions, different divisions. Under that different departments. So today the next configuration, that is business. Okay.
You.
That is business.
Okay, sir.
This is also standard one. Okay. Business unit is also standard. So different line of businesses. Let's suppose is production. Okay, let's suppose I use production business unit. Okay, production business unit. So what is the name for production business unit? Let's suppose Rahul production business unit. Okay, so this is the name, wrong name, and we also give the code. Okay, we also give the, so this is one business in okay, so in production business unit. Let's suppose this is for raw material. Rahul production business unit. Rahul production business unit for raw material. Okay. Okay. And the code for it, Rahul private limited. And PVU. Okay. PVU, that is production business unit raw material. So this is the code. This type of code. This is not required like a long. You can say a short code. Okay. This will your code. This is a short code. Okay. Rahul private limited. Okay. Have production business unit and the production business unit. Okay. So so this is okay. So you define production business unit, and the same way, let's suppose communication business unit, communication business unit, Rahul communication business unit, here Rahul production business unit. Let's suppose Rahul real industries business unit. Industry business unit. Okay. So what is the code for that? Let's suppose Rahul production business unit. So this is the code. Rahul Communication Business Unit. Rahul Real Industry Business Unit. So this is the way you have to. So this is the code uniquely identified, and this is the description. This is the name. Okay. So one by one, like for production, for communication, for real industry, we define these. Okay, these three business units under this legal entity. Okay, so for that, what is the transaction I will use? So transaction, we see for configuration. Okay, if we required any configuration, so we use transaction, configure object definition, and for data maintenance, we will use transaction that is manage data. First, I will show you on configure. Okay, configure object definition to SAP system. Here you see, and here configure object definition. So here you search. Okay, object definition. Here you search business unit. Business unit. This is the business. Here you see this is business unit, and these are all the fields. These are all the fields. Here you see. Okay, start date, external code, description, name. Okay, these are our fields. These are all fields. And this is the association. What is association? So now go to manage data, and here you define a business unit. So for that you will search here. Okay, business unit. So this is our business unit, standard business unit. Automatically you will see. Okay, so your company, here you see your company that is founded. Okay, start date that is founded this day. Okay, 2020, January 2020. And let's suppose these all the three business units company have launched on the same day. So we will select the same date. If it is like, let's suppose these two launch on the date of, okay, when company is founded, and this one after 2 years, like in 2022, Rahul Real Industry Business Unit will launch. Okay, so that accordingly we can define. Okay? It is not required for a same day unit. Okay, after 1 year, after 2 year, after 3 year, after 10 years. So whenever it is founded, whenever it is launched, so we mention that date. Accordingly we will define. Okay, so here you see start date. Here you see start date. So let's suppose this start date that is 2020. Okay, January 2020. So this is the way. Business unit code. Here you see business unit code. This is the description. Here you see this is the description. This is the description. Business unit name. Yeah, enter the same name. Let's suppose enter the same name. Status active. Yeah, and head of unit. Head of unit means who is head of this business unit. That is users. Here you see different users. Different users. So who is head of this business unit? That we can mention here. Okay. But this is not mandatory. Save it. Okay. So after maintaining all this information, save it. Simply save it. When you click on save, business unit have a mandatory association legal entity. Yeah. Here you see business unit has a mandatory legal, okay, association entity. Means that here you see, if you see your hierarchy, if you see your organization unit, here you see all the business units is associated with legal entity. It is connected. Okay, it is connected. It is linked. All the business unit is linked with your legal entity. All the divisions is connect with your business unit. All the departments is connect with your divisions. Okay, so we required link between them. Okay, so that is we called association, simply we called association. Okay, this link we called association. So here I write simply association, or we called link, or we called connection. Okay, we make connection between your objects. So that is association link, or we call connection. Okay, so where this connection, here you see legal entity. So this business unit is under this legal entity. So here, if I want to search Rahul Private Limited, already I have created here. Rahul Private Limited. Here you see Rahul Private Limited. What we have created. Here you see RPL. Understood what I am saying? RPL. And if you see here in configuration, if you see a business unit, here you see. So this is your association. This is your association. Means link. Here you see legal entity, destination, that is legal entity. Okay. Means simply I will show you. Here you see. This is simply we say that for legal entity, these are the two are child and this is parent. Okay. So child connected with their parent, same like these two are the child and child's connected with their parent. Okay. The same way, these are childs and these are children's. So okay, these children's is connected with their parents. Simply you see here. Okay. That is the same. That is the same way we make a association. So we make link with our business unit with the legal entity. So that is here use. Okay. And you can change this level of association. I will show you in next class. Okay. Related to association. So after under which legal entity this business unit we have to define? So under legal entity. Okay. After entering this information, here you see save. When you click on save, automatically your business unit has created. Here you see your business unit has created. Understood how to create your business unit?
Okay, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So this is production. This is production business unit. Okay. This is
Hmm.
production business. The same way you have to define. Again, search. Okay. This is our one business unit. This is our one business unit. If I show you, so this is our one business unit. Simply, this is our one business unit. Same way we define business unit. Let's suppose another that is 2020. 2020. Next one, okay. What is the code for that? If we see here, so code, let's suppose commercial, or sorry, communication business unit. Okay. So this is the code communication business unit, and this is the name of that. So I've entered the same text on the description, status, head of unit, I not mentioned. Here you see legal entity. So let's suppose Rahul Private Limited is showing. Select it and save it. This is the simple one. Here you see another one is created. The same way, click on it and again search business unit, our last and final business unit. That is okay. And let's suppose this business unit you want to this business unit we have launched in 2022. Okay. So this we defined this we launched at the when we launch the company. So 01 2020. Okay. So this is that this is on this date we have launched, but this we have launched in 2020. Okay, 2020. So accordingly we have put it. That's for 2020. 01 2020. code. So what is the code for that? Here you see. This is the code. This is the code. And the same way, name of your business unit. Where you have to mention them below. Where you have to mention the legal entity. Legal entity that is private. Where you see now private limited. Now see, automatically you will see. Okay. Automatically you will see this this business unit have it. Okay. This business unit have created. So now if you search business unit, here is business unit, and if you want to search Rahul, here you see all the three. Rahul Communication Business Unit, Rahul Production Business Unit, Rahul Real Industry Business Unit. Understood, Rahul?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the way we have to define business. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay.
So for today, this is enough. Okay. We will wrap up there.
Okay,
And
sir.
if you have any question, you can ask.
Okay,
I
sir.
think
Sure.
concept is very easy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Rahul. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay, sir. Bye.